Hi all, sorry it's been so long, but I'm back doing another review today. Just watched this film last night and I thought it was a really interesting film that not really many people know about, so I thought I'd take a look at it and just do a review for you guys. So this is Blackball, directed by Mel Smith and stars a whole host of various English comedians really. Obviously the exception being Vince Vaughn. Obviously Ben Cribben's not a comedian, but obviously a very well known British actor. But yeah, I don't know why Vince Vaughn's really in this film, but I'll get onto that later. So, Blackball is a film that's actually based on a true story of actually a guy from Torquay, which is like 40 miles down the road from me, who's a young bowls player, and he's basically like lives like a rock star, but as a bowls player. So he just turns up, he would eat chips and get all the grease on the green, and like smoke fags just like while he was playing, and he was like about maybe 40 years younger than anybody else at the club. And for that reason, they kind of all the other members at the club kind of hated him. All these kind of old people, obviously bowls is a kind of a sport well known for being played by older people, and that's exactly what happens in this film. They hate him, and they actually takes it too far, and he actually writes some offensive words on his opponent's score sheet when he's in a tournament at the Torquay bowling club, which I should mention this is actually where this was filmed. It was actually filmed where the actual events of this film took place, which was really interesting, really. But yeah, so he wrote those, and then they went in the rule book and basically found out that you can be penalised for defacing somebody else's scorecard, and they decided to give him a 15-year suspension from the sport, I believe. And he was doing really well, and he wanted to go on and take on these Australians in an international tournament, but they banned him from playing in any tournament. And that's where Vince Vaughn comes in. Now, Vince Vaughn's an interesting character in this film. In the sense of he's just random. He just turns up from out of nowhere and just decides he wants to be Paul Kai, who plays the bowler's agent. No, sorry, Paul Kai, who plays the bowler. He decides he wants to be his agent, just out of the blue. Don't really know how we don't really find out how he heard about him or anything. He just says, yeah, I want to take you on, and we want to make put bowls back on TV as like a main sport. And he eventually does. But yeah, bit weird seeing him in this film, considering it's a very British film. I mean, like I said, filmed 40 miles down the road from me in Torquay, which is one of the only films filmed in this area of the country, I believe. There's nothing kind of very famous, especially not with these sort of stars in it, that's been filmed in this kind of part of the country. So it's really interesting to see that such big stars in this, and I don't really know why Vince Vaughn is in this film, but he is, and it does alright, I suppose. I guess it's a bit of a selling point for the film more than anything. Um, so yeah, he takes him on, and he kind of takes him to the top. Manages to get the ban revoked, and the guy ends up becoming like England's main England's main bowls player, and gets massively famous and like on the TV. But alongside that, there's also this side plot with Imelda Staunton. I believe it's with her, or is she just one of the big names they've listed on the back? I can't remember. I think actually she's just one of the big names they've listed on the cover. But he has a bit of a romantic interest with the his main rival's daughter, and he ends up getting with her, and it's about kind of them finding him and her dad finding kind of a respect for each other. Because obviously they both play the same sport. It's a very cliche film. You know what's coming a mile away, but I will say it was worth watching. I didn't find it hilariously funny, but there was a few good jokes in there. I really recommend seeing this film if you haven't. I actually watched this film because I'm going down Paul Kai's filmography, so the next one is It's All Gone Pete Tong. But yeah, I really enjoyed Blackball. I would say if you like Paul Kai's other stuff, and if you like Mel Smith's other stuff, obviously, as it says down here, he directed the B movie, and obviously he was super famous being in things like the 9 o'clock news. So if you like those sort of things, I'd really recommend watching this film. Check it out, see what you think. Be interested to know. If you have seen this film, let me know in the comments, and I will see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.